For this craft, you will need
2 empty toilet paper tubes, paintbrush and paint, and a pair of scissors. You're going to start by taking each of the toilet paper tubes and cutting a slit from one end all the way up to the other end. Then you're going to paint them however you want to decorate your superhero wrist cuffs. Once you've painted your cuffs and they've dried, you can slide them onto your wrists.
Your final product should look something like this. For this craft, you will need
An empty toilet paper tube, construction paper, a mix of red, orange, or yellow tissue paper, paint and a paintbrush, or markers would work as well, glue, and scissors. Start by taking your construction paper and you're going to fold it in half lengthwise like a hot dog. And then cut along that fold. Then you're going to take the half that you have and you're going to fold that in half again. And cut along that crease as well. Then I'm going to bring in my toilet paper tube and I'm going to roll to make a cylinder, and I'm going to slide it out and I'm going to twist so that the top makes a point and it's more of a cone. And then I'm going to make sure that the bottom still fits over the toilet paper tube. If it's too skinny, I'll adjust, make it a little wider. Perfect. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim a bunch of the excess. And I'm going to put glue along this edge to glue it down. And I'm going to hold it together until the glue dries. Once it is dried, you can trim the edges a little bit more to make it more even all the way around. And then this is going to be the top of your rocket that sits over top of the toilet paper tube. Before we glue that on though, I'm going to paint my rocket, whatever color I would like it to be. While we wait for our toilet paper tube to dry, we can cut some strips of the tissue paper. You don't need too many, but however many you choose to have will change how much fire is coming out of the bottom of your rocket. Once the tube is dry, you're going to bring back the top and you're going to fit them into each other by placing glue all the way around the top edge of the tube. And then sliding it over top. And once it's on, let it dry. Once the top is on securely, then we can glue in our fire at the bottom, which is our tissue paper strips. So you're going to take your glue again, and you're going to put glue all the way around the inside of the bottom. and then glue your tissue paper strips into it. And there you have your toilet paper tube Rocketship.
Your final product should look something like this. For this craft, you will need
tube or paper towel roll if you'd like to make it a little larger, tin foil, beads or lentils or dry rice. Different materials will give you different sounds. Just make sure if you're making it with a food material, it's something dry and that preserves well, not something that's going to go bad. Tape, construction paper, and scissors. You'll start with your aluminum foil, and if you are doing a rain stick that uses a large paper towel tube, you're going to need larger pieces, whereas if you're doing one that is only with a toilet paper roll, you'll need smaller pieces. For the larger size, you're going to want to make one piece that is about square, and then a second piece that's actually a little longer than that. For the smaller size within the toilet paper tube, you're going to just do more of a rectangular size that would be less than a square, and then about double what your first one was. And you're actually going to fold that one, that's twice as wide, in half. For the smaller pieces, you're going to roll from the short end across. And you'll notice that one is a lot thicker than the other, and that's all right. We want them to be a little different, and you're going to scrunch them up and even twist them a little bit. This one I'm actually going to kind of twirl into more of a spiral shape. I'm going to put them to the side. If you're doing the larger size with your square piece, it doesn't really matter which way you roll. And on the longer piece, you're going to roll from the short edge across. And then again, you're going to twist them up, and one will be a little bit thicker than the other, and with my thinner one, I'm actually going to try and make more of a spiral. With your construction paper, you're going to cut out some squares that are a little bit bigger than the bottom of your tube. You'll need one for each end of the tube. Then you're going to take one of the squares and put it over the end. You're going to fold the edges down around that end of the tube, and then you're going to tape it into place. Then turn it upside down so you have the open end at the top, and you're going to bring back your tinfoil pieces. You're going to wrap the spiraled one around the straighter one. You can bend it too a little bit if you'd like. And then you're going to slide them both inside the tube. Your next step is to pour in the rice or lentils or beads. Make sure you're only putting a little bit in. You don't want to fill it all the way up because you want it to have room to move. Then you're going to tape the top on. And there you have your finished product. As you can tell, different materials and different lengths will result in different sounding rain sticks. So whatever you've got at home will come out to your own unique sounding rain stick.
Your final product should look something like this. I hope you enjoyed making this week's crafts, and I'm looking forward to see what yours look like. If you made one of the crafts shown in our tutorials, send us a picture at our email, misquahcrafts@gmail.com, and we can feature it in one of our videos.